Everyone, this is going to be some Ready or Not commentary while I am clearing the second mission, which is 23 megabytes, or more well known as the streamer room, or the streamer house. This is my loadout. I only have two variations of this loadout for these missions, and that's because I'm taking two different routes. So the first route I'm taking is going to be the main entrance. Basically, there'll be like a multiple staircases where there is a overlook, so there's like a, you basically can get shot from 360 view pretty much. So I do look like I have a breaching shotgun here, but I take that on the second level. For this one, going through the primary entrance, I will be taking the tactical shield, and that is strictly because if you go through the main entrance, you'll want the shield if you want to remain as consistent as possible without adding any more unnecessary risk. So usually I go to the right, which is the stairwell just right here. There's a fence here.
Move in and secure the area quickly.
I usually go through. Now, you don't really want to go through this area slowly. You want to really run through here, try to get out of the way, because you don't want to get shot. You really want to aim to get to that stairwell. So once you're in the stairwell, obviously I see a guy here. If you're getting shot with a shield, don't aim, crouch, just wait until they're done shooting, and take them out. So getting into the stairwell is the most important thing because it limits the number of avenues where you can get shot from. It's only going to be from behind or in front of me. So you want to get past that threshold near that entrance, so you don't want to get hurt in that 360 range.
Dropping a light.
So generally speaking, so I'm clearing the second floor here, and there is another floor above me. I'm going to have my team clear this room really quickly. I know that they can do it. It's not really a difficult level overall. I'm going to quickly clear the last level up here. Look both ways, and then you're just going to clear a little bit by bit. So once I've cleared this area, I'll have some relatively nice security. I don't need to worry about anything else. Now there is an issue going this way, and I'm obviously going to block that with a wedge and clear the last room that I have to worry about. Now obviously if you're new to the game, you're probably not going to be clearing this level like I am, because I know every door that is openable. So obviously if you're playing this for the first time, or you haven't played this level as much as I have, which I've played quite a bit, you're probably not going to be moving around this map like this. As I said, the only reason why I am is because I know this map really well. So whenever you're going into a room, this is important to note, and I'm not really adhering to strict CQB tactics here, but you go into the negative. So wherever your AI clear, you just take the opposite. Just clear where there's space to clear, right? Fill in the gap. You have to yell to get them out of here, then you can bash them to be more quiet. And I talk about that in one of my videos, in one of my tips and tricks videos, where basically when you yell, it'll cause a lot of stress. And this is a reason why I don't like going through this route, because it adds a lot of variables that you don't really want. This is actually the stairwell that you can enter from. You can actually enter from this stairwell right here, and you can clear this room, and it's much more, as you'll see, I do clear this room because I played this twice, once through the main entrance and then once through the alternative entrance. But as you can see, there's a lot more variables, and you need to control your AI much more effectively whenever you're doing it like this. I did try to have them clear this room, but AI have big limitations when it comes to clearing sections of a entire room. So whenever there's like partitions of a room, whenever there's like a threshold of a door, they're never ever going to go in there necessarily until they get kind of permission for you to clear that. So the AI aren't really going to be as effective as you'll want them to be. So you do have to kind of babysit them a little bit more doing this method, because you're kind of like trying to secure every location that you come across, because we needed to secure the top so there's not guys running around at the top, right? So we have, I'm going to remove the wedge, and funny enough, actually there's a glitch here where it actually still displays it visually. It's kind of funny. But as I said before, entering through the main entrance of this area is very difficult because they will shoot down from these railings from above. So if you want to minimize that and still go that way, bring a shield and just stick against the wall, try to get out of that dangerous area as quick as possible, and get to a place where you can have a foothold. And you'll notice through my alternative method of entry on the second part of this video, you'll notice it's a lot easier and straightforward, and actually complete the level quickly as well. I think it's like by a minute and 30 seconds faster. So here I'm just taking the negative space where, for some reason that door closed. I'm just taking the negative space of where my AI don't move, so I clear this area because they didn't go over here. As you can see, they kind of stop at that like archway.
Move on.
It's good to double check over where your AI cleared just in case. So I'm telling this guy to move to my position over here just so he's out of the way of the line of fire. I also talk about this in my tips and tricks video, so if you want to check that out. Super helpful, especially if you're new or if you're even not, because apparently a lot of people don't know a lot of these tricks or whatever. So it's good to know them, especially since the DLC is coming out. Gonna be awesome. Not the DLC, but there's gonna be some new weapons, and I'm super excited for it. More difficulties, which I will be doing, and doing some CQB tactics. I will be doing another video as well. Anyway, so as you can see here, I am just taking the negative space of my AI, and basically there's no more hostiles left, so now I just wait while they pick up all the weapons and such.
Secure the area, and we'll send forensics in.
As you can see, I basically took no damage from the shield, because that shield really helped you secure that safety when you go through those difficult areas. If you are going through a difficult area, shield or not, always get through there as fast as possible. You don't need to linger in dangerous areas. Don't linger in doorways, don't linger in big open areas, don't linger in areas where there's multiple doors open. So that's with the shield going through the main entrance. As I said, I wouldn't recommend it. In the second one, I don't bring a shield because I don't necessarily need one. And you'll see that I clear out much more quickly.
Great work, entry team.
And it's kind of easier to manage my AI since I'm not like telling them to go everywhere. To secure areas, to cut off attack locations of enemies. So here there is an actual way to do... If you go to the archway to the left, where we entered first, you can actually tell the civilians to get down and then move to exit. But I don't do that this time. It's good to peek around these corners, look both ways. Quickly take them out. Enter the room, because there's no real reason not to enter the room. There's no reason to wait around, look both ways. Clear the side so I know that I don't need to... So I can just focus on one direction. So here I actually make a mistake. So I look at this door and I see both doors. I close this door, and I did try to close the door to the left, but I missed the button, I think. So it's important to close that door. Deal with one room at a time. If a door is open, close it. It'll help you obscure vision, so enemies won't shoot at you. Because as you saw, like when I go through that door, that other door still has a sight line when I enter that room, so I could, in theory, I could have been shot there. It's important to note that kind of thing. As you can see, I'm clearing extremely quickly without my team. I'm basically just soloing this whole thing by myself. Checking my mag, always good to do. This area is a little bit tricky because there is that light. So take your time around this corner. It's gonna be quite blinding. Unfortunately, there's a guy there, but it's okay. I thought I whiffed that stinger, but I guess I didn't. Rush in there quickly. When they surrender, move to the next one. That guy surrenders, move to the next one. Always focus on the biggest threat. Once they surrender, have your guys take care of them. Close this. I'm going to have my team cover this. Check this room, because usually there can be a hostage in here occasionally. Yell them out of the cover. Ask them. Keep it quieter. Makes everybody around you be less stressful when it comes to like the enemy, the suspects, and the civilians. When suspects are more aggressive, that's because they're aware of your presence, because you're throwing grenades, C2, and you're yelling all the time. So here I'm going to close by myself because the AI aren't very competent in doing this. I do hear somebody observe me or spot me. It doesn't seem like it's up on this level, but I'm fine because I have the high ground and I'm going to stick to the wall and I'm safe. So here I should have technically thrown a grenade as soon as I see that fire. This is basically the only time I get damaged because these sight lines are pretty poor. But as you can see, I can take them out. Not a big deal. And I'm just going to clear any loose ends here.
Come out and get down. Come out with your hands out here.
Red, search and secure the area.
On Agate. Good to go. Suspect ready for wagon. Safe.
And as I said, if you didn't do this at the start, which you can just yell at them from a distance, tell them to get down, move to the exit. It does alert them a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Or after you're done clearing those rooms, and before you go to the last room, you can get this guy, tell him to move to the exit. There is some glitches when you tell them to move to exit. Sometimes they'll stand there. Usually you need to be close enough for them to tie themselves up. If you aren't close enough, when they arrive to that extraction area, they will glitch out and stand there. You just need to keep yelling at them. It does take a while sometimes because for some reason, they're just like super stubborn. But just keep yelling at them, they will get down, and then you can secure them. So for C2, whenever you see to a door, don't stand in front of it. Not because you take damage from the explosive, because you can stand right in front of it and as it explodes, but because there's a puff of smoke that obscures your vision, but it doesn't obscure the vision of enemies. So here, we're going to set up the C2 charge. Make sure you are out of the view of the door when it explodes, because you don't want to get shot right away. I move away a little bit, because it's just a lot of stuff. So as I said before, just like before, I am going in the negative space of where my AI don't go. I actually decide to look at this room. I tell them to close that door, clear these rooms, because I don't want things to happen behind me. Clearing. And you'll notice I clear this much more quickly in comparison than bring to the main entrance. And as I said, if you are going to go in any level where you're going through a compromising position, always consider a different path. If you don't have a path, an alternative path that you can take a shield. If you don't have a shield, clear through that as quickly as possible. Go in low ready, which I think is spacebar or shift. I don't remember for the default key, but default, put that weapon up. You move faster when you are in high ready or low ready. I talk about that in my settings video if you want to check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And I'm doing another video with CQB stuff. It's going to be awesome. I'm just spending more time on it to try to get everything right. So thanks for watching. I might do more of this in the future. And have a good day, guys.